Hey guys, Sophia here with turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com, and I'm back with another video. This is going to be a big one. The New York Pro 2021 Bikini, Wellness, Figure, Women's Physique, and Women's Bodybuilding results. It was an incredible show, so exciting. We got so many divisions. Let's get right to it. So, as always, talking about Olympia. For figure, women's physique, women's bodybuilding, and wellness, this is a tier 2 contest. It's upper level. This is the pro of the pro shows. Very high points are earned. So the way it works is the winner automatically goes to Olympia. Second, third, fourth, and fifth receive the points that you see there. And then at the end of the qualification period, the top 3 in the point standings get to go to Olympia. For Bikini, they don't organize it into tiers in the same way. This just qualifies as all other contests. So the points are a little bit different, but it's the same idea. The winner qualifies for Olympia, second through fifth receive points, and at the end of the qualification period, it's the top 5 in the point standings who get to go to Olympia. So, despite the amazing number of beautiful and talented athletes, we have to just focus on the top 5. So beginning with Bikini. In first place was Romina, second, Ashley, third, Gabrielle, fourth, Jessica, and fifth, Emily. So taking a look at Emily, the last time we saw her in this qualification period was at the Atlantic Coast, where she got first place and qualified herself for Olympia. So here she is again, doing fantastic. She's a new pro, and she's getting top 5 at the New York Pro. That's crazy. She's doing so good. In terms of her physique, I think she looks extremely consistent with the beautiful package she brought at the Atlantic Coast. I'm not seeing a lot of differences. She's maintained beautiful muscle mass. She hasn't gained or lost in any of her beautiful features. She's got great conditioning, a little tiny bit of a six-pack kind of starting to show through, gorgeous obliques. She poses in a way that's very flattering to her hourglass figure. She has great shoulders and beautiful long legs, and I really like the shape of her glute and the curve of her hamstring. Very beautiful legs. She looks fabulous. I like her suit. I like her hair. I think her makeup looks fantastic. And fifth place was amazing. But I do have to say that Emily is particularly striking in her back pose. We'll get there in a minute. Okay, next in fourth place was Jessica. We saw her get fifth at Pittsburgh, second at the Night of Champions, and here she is now in fourth place, doing amazing. I really, really like Jessica's physique. She is very muscular, very petite and compact. She strikes me as being extremely athletic. I really like this look in the bikini division. What's great about this top 5, though, is everybody kind of has their own little look about them. They're each unique. There's not kind of a one-size-fits-all in bikini, which is what makes it fabulous, right? So Jessica, to me, just looks fantastic. Again, very consistent. There hasn't been a lot of time in between these shows, so she's been able to maintain a beautiful amount of fullness to her shoulders, her lats, her glutes, very tight, trim, toned stomach, super flat, great obliques. She's got a really beautiful hourglass shape. I really am quite drawn to her lats. Her upper body in particular is fabulous. Poses beautifully, great suit, great hair. I got nothing negative to say about Jessica. She's just fantastic. Okay, next in third place is Gabrielle. So she got fourth at Pittsburgh, and then a first place at the St. Louis Pro, and now a third place. So consistently at the top. She's always beautiful. I love that she returned with the red bikini. I think it is a gorgeous look on her. You guys all know me, and I love my turquoise. I love my blue shades, but red on Gabrielle is just striking. I love the red nails. I love her makeup. She's just fabulous. And funny enough, I've grown to really like her hair. When I first saw her on stage, I thought it was a little too different. You know, no one really does even a tiny bit of an updo. You know, she's got that little poof. But now I kind of love it because you know it's Gabrielle, even if you're watching a pixelated Instagram story from someone in the audience using their cell phone to take a video. You can spot Gabrielle by that beautiful hairstyle of hers, let alone her gorgeous physique. So I am totally on board with the hair. I think her body looks phenomenal as usual. Shoulders are really standing out to me. The lighting at this show is really nice, and it's almost framing her shoulder and that front leg and just glowing, right? She just looks beautiful, radiant. Great hair, lovely posing, tiny waist, insane hourglass. And again, she's another that has that beautiful shape to the glute and the nice curve to the hamstring. And just a softness about the definition in her legs. It's not crazy, but she's got this gorgeous little line up here separating the quad from the hip and the glutes. And I like this little amount of definition there as well. So I think third place for Gabrielle was fantastic. Okay, Ashley. Ashley has been competing so much and always in the top 5. So she got a third at the Clash, first at Wasatch, first at Pittsburgh, first at Night of Champions, and now a second place. So consistently good and consistent with her physique as well. Ashley doesn't mess around in between contests. I was even watching on her stories. I don't think she always even does a cheat meal after. She's so focused on the next show. So a true professional, absolutely. She looks amazing as usual. Her glutes always stand out, especially against this bright backdrop. You can really see the shape of her glute muscle and where it ties in with the hamstring. It's so unique and just fabulous. It's a really beautiful shape to Ashley's physique. She's got a gorgeous hourglass figure, very, very small waist. Her shoulders look fabulous. I've said before, I saw in the comments a few of you agreed that Ashley could perhaps use a little more shape to her arms, a little more bicep, a little more tricep, but she looks beautiful. Her posing is fabulous, and a second place is tremendous. And, you know, whenever Ashley doesn't win first place, there's always comments about it. Like, why didn't she win? She should have won. I do think it was fair, and I think you'll agree with me, but maybe not. Let me know in the comments. When we see everybody from behind. So Ashley looked phenomenal from in front. She still looked phenomenal from behind as well, but I think that's where the slight differences came in and where the second place happened. Okay, and finally, in first place is Romina, which I am particularly excited for Romina. She got 4th at the Atlantic Coast, 4th at the Clash, 2nd at Girl Power, and now a first place. Heading to Olympia. It's so exciting. It's just wonderful. I love everything about Romina. I think this is the best yet. She is looking phenomenal. Her shoulders are so puffed and rounded and full. Her lats look amazing. She's got such a tiny waist, and I don't even think this picture does her justice. Her abs looked incredible in all of the footage that I was seeing on social media. I mean, they look great in this picture too, but her abs were really quite striking to me. So defined, extremely flat, tiny waist, and beautiful definition in her legs. She's got that gorgeous line running down the side. She's got nice definition around her kneecap. Her calves are brilliant and a beautiful shape to her glute. And she just looked confident and so poised. And this was definitely a fabulous showing for Romina. I think she did tremendous. Okay, now having everybody side by side, this is what I mean about Bikini being such a diverse group of women. Everybody has their own look about them. There's a variation in the amount of muscle in the upper body, for example, or the posing, but everybody belongs on this top 5, on this prestigious stage, and everybody looked absolutely fantastic. This was an amazing top 5. Okay, now from behind, here are a few things that I noticed. First of all, Emily in 5th place, I think, has a tremendous back pose. Her glute ham tie-ins are very well defined, very beautiful, and she's got a gorgeous shape to her glutes, and you still see that beautiful curve of her quads even from the back pose. She's got great balance with her shoulders and her small waist, and I think Emily looks really, really good. Another person to comment on, I think, is Romina. Her glutes have such a beautiful shape. They're so rounded. Again, it's like the light is just shining on her, and it's like a spotlight. She's got a beautiful shape to those glutes. Great definition with the glute ham tie-in. Not too much definition in the hamstrings themselves. And just a gorgeous shape. And the way that she's standing and the amount of hair that's on her back that's still allowing you to see her shoulders and a little bit of the muscles in her back, I think is perfect because it's really highlighting the hourglass from behind. So she just looked tremendous. Now, talking about Ashley, I'm not casting any shade here because Ashley does look beautiful, as always. And second place is tremendous. But I do think from a definition perspective, she didn't quite have that same degree of that sharpness in her glute ham tie-ins as Romina. Like, we're talking just a slight variation, and Romina just had it a little bit better. But Ashley looks phenomenal. Again, you can see her beautiful hourglass shape from behind. That's really the only thing I can think of for like what really pushes Ashley from first to second, because she's always so good. But I think this was Romina's show and she deserved her first place. Okay, so from a points perspective, Romina is now off of the points tally. She is qualified. Ashley was already qualified. So was Gabrielle. Jessica will have 3 more points to take her to 10, and Emily was also already qualified. So a very stacked top 5. And of course, a few of you have pointed out Ashlyn has apparently changed her name. So they've kept her on the points list, but we all know that Ashlyn has won a first place, so she is qualified. Okay, talking about wellness. This is exciting. All right, top 5. In first place was Yarishna, second Angela, third Devonay, fourth Renee, and fifth Sunny. So here's Sunny in 5th. She got 4th place at the Pittsburgh Pro, and she looks so good. Very consistent. Like I said before, it's not a lot of time between these shows, so you're not going to see huge changes, but she's maintained a beautiful fullness to her muscles. I think she's got an amazing amount of muscle in her legs. Her quads are crazy good. I would be very careful if I was Sunny to not have too much definition and separation. It's still wellness, and you still want to have some softness to the conditioning, but her glutes are crazy. They are so beautifully shaped with her hamstring, and her abs look fabulous. I love this color of suit. It is so complimentary. I love that her lipstick is a similar shade. I think she looks really, really good. But I mean, the glute with that hamstring, love it. 5th place was awesome. Okay, next is Renee in 4th. So this is a beautiful look from Renee. This is the first time she's made it into the top 5 in this qualification period. Of course, we know Renee is the first wellness champion in North America. So Renee is a top pro. But here she is in 4th place, looking just beautiful. I love her hair. It's almost like a Hollywood glam to her hair. Just a beautiful. Her suit is gorgeous. Lipstick, amazing. Everything. Her body looks fantastic. She's got beautiful arms, really nice shoulders, gorgeous legs, a nice amount of definition. It's not too much separation. It's just perfect. The only suggestion that I could make to Renee is in comparison to the other girls, she's standing a little bit more frontwards, so her waist is not appearing as teeny tiny as the other girls. So I think that's just a function of the way she's posing, and easily changed if she were to want to. So that's all. That's my only suggestion, because I think she looked phenomenal. All right, in 3rd place was Devonay, who looks beautiful. A tremendous amount of muscle on her lower body, of course, but her legs look just fabulous. Great conditioning. She's got a nice flat stomach, beautiful line running down her leg. Nice amount of muscle in the glutes. I think her shoulders are fabulous. She's got a nice way of posing. However, I do feel like she could maybe put a little less weight on the foot that's in the back and kind of pop out that glute more so that you're seeing a bigger, I guess, here, I'll use the mouse to try to demonstrate what I'm trying to say. I want to see more of an indent under the glute before the hamstrings start. And I do believe that that could be achieved just with a slightly different way of putting the weight on her feet to kind of pop out the hip, because I think she's got it all. Third place, obviously, she's got it all. She looks fabulous. She's got beautiful muscle tone. Her hair is gorgeous. Her makeup is amazing. I love the suit, everything. Third place is fabulous. Okay, Angela. So we saw Angela get second at the Nacional, first at Pittsburgh, and now second here at the New York Pro, and she's looking amazing as usual. She is posing in the way that I meant, where it's really creating that beautiful kind of a difference between the glute and the hamstring, right? You can see that they are two distinct separate parts of her leg. She's got great definition in her quads, beautiful shoulders. I think her hair, her makeup, her suit, I like the change to this kind of a periwinkle blue. It's very icy and beautiful with her hair color. Just fabulous. Now, one thing that I noticed, and I would love to see the comments, what you guys think about this. Angela very, very tightly holds her abs, almost to the point you could say of a vacuum pose. And to me, that highlights her ribs and, of course, also how lean she is. It makes her stomach extremely small and really does help with the hourglass shape. But I wonder if it hides the definition in her abs and you don't really see the six-pack. And I wonder if that's something that is affecting the placings. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. I prefer myself when the abs are a little bit more relaxed so that you see the definition. And you'll see it in our first place winner, and maybe you'll agree. But if you don't, that's cool too. Let me know. Okay, first place, Yarishna. She got second at Pittsburgh, first place at the New York Pro. Such a great win for her. And she is gorgeous. First of all, the suit is amazing. It's perfectly complementary with the backdrop too. Her hair is beautiful, makeup. She just looks gorgeous. And now in terms of the physique, I don't know what she did between now and the Pittsburgh, but her shoulders look fabulous. They looked nice before, but they look really good now. Just so round, so full. Really, really beautiful. She's consistent with her nice lat, very tight stomach, great abs. You can see a little bit of the definition in the six-pack, perfect obliques, and her glutes are amazing as usual with a nice amount of definition in the leg. I think there's even more of it could be the lighting, of course, but I feel like you're seeing a little less of the, I guess, I don't want to say separation, but her legs look a little softer, that back leg. You're not seeing as much detail in the quad, in the back leg. And I like that. I think you don't need too much detail in the wellness. You just need enough. And she got it. She nailed it. And I think she looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, so here's everybody's side by side. And maybe you can see some of those points that I was referring to. I think Renee could just twist a little bit to be highlighting her teeny tiny waist. I think Devonay could be trying to really pop her glute a little bit more. And Angela, compared to Yarishna, is her abs are not showing quite as well because of just the way how tight she's holding them in. So I think this was a very good win for Yarishna. She absolutely deserved it. Sunny looks beautiful on the end as well. It was a great top 5, and I'm so excited for Wellness to be at the Olympia. Now from behind, holy moly, these girls are incredible. Yarishna really has a unique shape to her glutes, and she has a beautiful glute ham tie-in and such an insane amount of muscle on her legs, but the perfect amount of definition. Angela also has beautiful definition of her hamstrings, but it was Yarishna's show. I think she just kind of had it all. All these women are beautiful and amazing. It was a fabulous top 5. Okay, from a points perspective, Yarishna is qualified. Angela was already qualified. Sunny will have 5 more points to take her to 11. Devonay will have 7, and Renee will have 6. All right, figure. Here we go. In first place was Maria. In second was Shilace. Third was Latoya. Fourth, Jessica. And fifth, Desiree. So looking at Desiree in fifth, she looked beautiful. We saw her recently get fourth at the Wasatch, and I think she made some really good improvements since then. I feel like her upper body is even more full and pumped up. You know, her lats look really, really good here. Her shoulders look tremendous, and the hourglass shape is really, really good. Sorry, not the hourglass, the V-taper. Her V-taper is incredible. And those, I think it's the lats, right? They just look more spread. They look fuller. She looks fantastic. I like the suit. I think it is a different suit. It looks more purple to me, and the cut of the bottoms look a little different. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think she looks amazing. Her abs look even better than they did, so her conditioning is just a tiny bit better. You're seeing a little bit more definition in her legs, a little bit more detail in her quads, and I think this was tremendous. She looks so good. Fifth place is fabulous. Okay, fourth place was Jessica, and Jessica looks beautiful. She has a gorgeous shape. If you were to draw her silhouette, it's so pleasant. She's got such an aesthetically pleasing look to her shape. Nice shoulders, very round and full lats, a very trim and very defined abdominal, and then beautiful legs. Great definition in the legs. I think she looks fabulous. I love the color of her suit. I love her makeup. It's very calm, very kind of pretty, you know. It's just beautiful. She looks fantastic. The only suggestion I can think for Jessica is I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a sweep to the side of her quads to really balance out the amazing shape of her upper body. That's the only thing I can think of to really elevate her even further. But a fourth place is tremendous, and this is a fantastic figure top 5. All right, in third place was Latoya, who we recently saw get 5th at the Pittsburgh, and she's looking beautiful as usual. Again, another switch of the suit to something more pastel and purple, and it's fabulous. I love it. It looks beautiful on her. Her hair, her makeup, she looks just gorgeous. From a physique standpoint, I'm thinking she looks very consistent with how she did at Pittsburgh. Maybe a little less sheen to her, although that could be the lighting. Again, lighting is very important, and it's hard when you're not actually there in person to see. But comparing the two pictures, she definitely doesn't have as much shine to her abs, shoulders, legs. You get it. Anyway, her lats are gorgeous. I love the rounded shape. I love how her suit really fits her perfectly right where the lats connect to her torso. Her shoulders look amazing. Her legs look incredible, although I do feel like she could use a little bit more separation and definition in the legs. I probably said it at the Pittsburgh. I'm saying it again. She has a beautiful shape, a beautiful amount of muscle, but I'm not seeing enough of that detail because I know she's got them in there, and I'd love to just have a little bit more of that gorgeous detail to her legs. But her shape is fabulous. Her abs are amazing. Her V-taper is out of this world. So I think she did great, and a third place is tremendous. Okay, in second place is Shilace, and she looked beautiful. She also got second at the Wasatch Warrior, so she is on top and looking fabulous. Her shoulders are incredible. They are so high. I love the amount of volume in her hair. It really balances out her face in between these giant shoulders. It's perfect. Earrings are amazing. Makeup is wonderful. I wouldn't mind a brighter lip, honestly. I say that now and again, but I feel like it could be a cute change and just to bring even more attention to her beautiful smile, but totally not necessary. She looks fabulous. Now, in terms of her physique, wow. Second place, oh my gosh, we are getting so close to being near perfection. Her V-taper is incredible. Her lats are beautiful. Her abs are even more defined than they were at Wasatch. Nice, tight, tiny stomach and great definition in her legs. I think she had really great conditioning. She looks fantastic. In terms of why did she get second and not first, I think you could kind of maybe see it when we're in the lineup, but looking at her individually on her own, I think she looks just astounding. Beautiful X shape, great lats, just gorgeous. Okay, and now in first place is Maria. So we saw her get fifth at the Romania Pro. She got first at Pittsburgh and now another first. And she looks fabulous. Great suit, great hair, great makeup as usual, and just tremendous physique. Her V-taper is on top. You know, she is so broad on top, so small in her waist, and really, really beautiful, well-defined legs. You've got such nice shape in her quads and great definition. Her conditioning is fabulous. I wouldn't mind a little bit more of a deepness to her abs, but you see them there. You see the six-pack, and you can see how small and tight and tiny her waist is. So no complaints from me. She looks amazing, extremely balanced, and very symmetrical as well. All right, now comparing everybody side by side, I think you can really see that Maria and Shalace in first and second, it was tight between the two of them. They both had tremendous legs, great definition, beautiful abs, amazing shoulders on both of them. Different shape to each, individual woman, but beautiful shoulders nonetheless. But I think where Maria gets her first place is in that V-taper. There's something special about her lats and the shape that she creates in her body from that very broad shoulder to the tiny, tiny waist. The V-taper is really incredible. You see it as well in second place, but there's something special about Maria this time. And now from behind, we've got some beautiful backs, great glutes. I think Shalace has beautiful glutes and great definition to her hamstrings. But Maria, you really notice the tiny waist and the very large upper body, the lats. I think it was for sure Maria's show. Okay, so in terms of points, Maria is now on the qualified list, but she already was. Shalace now will have 8 more points. Latoya will have 7 more. Desiree will have 5 more, and Jessica has 6. Okay, women's physique. In first place was Alyssa, second, Sharonica, third, Yuna, fourth, Julia, and fifth, Claudia. So, Claudia in fifth, looking fantastic. I love her suit. I love whenever the suits kind of look like a butterfly. That's what it reminds me of, or a flower. It looks beautiful. She looks amazing. Her legs are tremendous, beautiful shape, great definition, nice small waist with nice abs, beautiful lats, great shoulders. My only suggestion for Claudia in this front pose would be to just angle her body a little bit more to be more straight up and down. I'm fine with her legs being, a little bit on her toe on the one foot, but I feel like her torso needs to be pointing more upwards so that we really can see her V-taper. Otherwise, I think she looks absolutely fantastic. I love her legs. All right, Julia in fourth. Wow, she is so tall, crazy good legs, beautiful shape. I love that her hair is kind of coordinating with her burgundy suit. It's fabulous. She looks really good. I think she has nice definition in her legs. I wouldn't mind a little bit more definition in her abs. You see them there, but I want to see a little bit more of those lines really defining her big, beautiful, strong abdominal muscles. And I also feel like Julia could use a little bit wider lats. I know that that's crazy to say because her lats are beautiful and very large, but she has such a long torso. She's got these amazing long legs. I feel like to really achieve that deep V shape and ultimately the X shape, I feel like she needs to have a little bit more in the lats. But otherwise, I think she looks fabulous. Beautiful arms, beautiful package overall. A tremendous fourth place. Okay, Yuna in third. Holy Dinah, she looks amazing. I love the conditioning. You see every ab in her stomach, beautiful legs. Her upper body is so defined. You could draw a line circling her biceps, The conditioning is top notch. And her shape is beautiful. She's got a great V-taper. She's a more petite competitor, but she looks so good. Her silhouette is on point. A great V-taper and that great X shape. I love the sweep of her quads on the sides. I think she looks tremendous. And a third place was really, really fantastic. Okay, Sharonika in second, looking fabulous. Her legs have crazy definition. Her shoulders are amazing. She's got a great V-taper into a very tiny, small waist. Again, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more definition in the abdominal muscles, but her stomach is small. Very beautiful shape. From a symmetry perspective, I do feel like Sharonika's leg on this side doesn't quite have the same degree of that beautiful sweep that she has on this side. Perhaps it's just this one picture, but I do wonder if maybe it's just the way that her feet are. When the photographer grabbed the photo, her definition is there, the muscle mass is there. So I'm just wondering if we couldn't see a little bit more balance between the two legs. I think her shoulders are incredible. Her suit is beautiful. I love her long, gorgeous curly hair, and her makeup is fabulous. So I think she looked really good, and a second place was really, really good. All right, now first place, Alyssa. And I think it's undeniable that Alyssa was our first place winner. She looks fantastic. She has everything that you need. She's got the definition and the conditioning to really show off her legs, her abs, her beautiful arms. She's got a tiny waist that just has this insane V-taper with her beautifully spread lats. She's got gorgeous posing that really shows off her silhouette to create that fabulous X shape. Nice skin tone, beautiful hair, very calm, very nice makeup. Posing is on point. She just has it all. She looks tremendous. I love everything about it. I think she's fabulous. It was a well-deserved first place. Now, I didn't see a stage photo, so I just made a mashup so you could see everybody side by side. And I think everybody has beautiful qualities about them, but it was Alyssa's show. She had the full, complete package. I'm very impressed by Yuna as well, I have to say. Now, from behind, I didn't find the same pose. I do apologize for that, but I didn't find a picture of Sharonika in the same pose. So can't quite compare her back in the same way because I think the back of her legs are incredible. She's got beautiful definition to her hamstrings. But Alyssa had it. She has beautiful 3D round muscles in her back, a very tiny waist, and just tremendous glutes. The back of her legs are fabulous as well, but those glutes are something else. When you compare her back across the whole lineup of girls, she's above and beyond. You know, Yuna has a beautiful back, but you don't have as much of the very bulging 3D muscles, and I think Yuna could use a little bit more glute, a little bit more size. Julia has beautiful shape, and you can see the muscles are there, but they're not popping as much as Alyssa's. Claudia also looks beautiful. I feel like she could use a little bit more definition in her glutes. So everybody had beautiful things about them, but Alyssa had the full package. So from an Olympia standpoint, Alyssa is now qualified. She doesn't have to worry about points. Sharonika has 8, Yuna has 7, Julia has 6, and Claudia has 5. All right, women's bodybuilding. Here we go. In first place is Leah, second LaDawn, third Tamara, fourth Anne, and fifth Wendy. So beginning with Wendy in fifth, I think she looked fantastic. She has amazing lats. They're so well developed, beautiful arms, great definition in her arms, and her legs are tremendous as well. Really nice shape, great definition. I feel like she could use a little bit more size in her legs just to really balance out her bottom to the top. And she doesn't have the tiniest waist of this lineup of girls. So that's why her giant lats really help to create a beautiful V-taper shape. So I think she did really, really well. 5th place is good. She looks wonderful in this lineup of women, and women's bodybuilding is so exciting. And I think Wendy did fabulous. All right, next is Anne in 4th. Another amazing package. She has great arms, really nice lats, beautiful definition in her abs, and nice legs. I do feel like I wouldn't mind a little bit more conditioning to really see the separation and definition in those quad muscles. You see them there, but I'm not quite getting like deep grooves between each part of the quads. But I think her shape is amazing. She's posing beautifully. She looks really good, and I think a 4th place was well deserved. All right, next is Tamara in 3rd. Wow, Tamara's legs are crazy good. Great definition, great size, beautiful shape. Her waist is nice and small. Not the most amount of ab muscle showing, but you still can see that it's very tight, very small, very controlled. A nice V-taper. She's really creating a beautiful X shape by the way that she's posing with her leg to the side. I really like it. And really highlighting her beautiful muscular arms. I love her hair. It's bright and fun. Her makeup is perfect. The suit is amazing. And I think 3rd place was really good. And I think our top 3 in particular, you can really see how they are something special. Okay, LaDawn in 2nd place. Now, LaDawn's shape is phenomenal. She is like picture perfect X. Her lats are insane. They are so big, so well developed. She's got beautiful shoulders, a tiny waist, and really nicely shaped legs. However, I don't think LaDawn had enough conditioning to really show us the detail. I want to see everything. I want to see all of the different muscles in her legs. I want to see separation and a little bit more of the lines in her abs. And it was just a little bit lacking. Her silhouette, like I said, is incredible. So good. She got 2nd place, you guys. She looks amazing. I just wish there was a tiny bit more definition. And now Leah in 1st. She had it. She had everything you needed. She has size. She has shape. She has conditioning. She looks fantastic. Great legs, beautiful separation between the muscles. You've got a little bit of a 6-pack poking through. I'd love more, of course, but it's there. Nice small waist, great lats, beautiful V-taper, a nice X shape. She looks calm. She looks relaxed. She looks powerful. And I think this was a very, very, very good 1st place for her. I'm extremely happy. Now, looking at everybody in line, I think you can see that the top 3 are really close in a way, but also there's differences between them. Like I said, Leah kind of has everything, but in terms of the front pose, I think Leah and Tamara are kind of battling it out. They've got the great definition in their legs. You've got a nice amount of ab muscle showing, beautiful V-tapers, and nice shoulders as well. Leah really has something special with her lats, but I think the 2 women are quite close. LaDawn has an amazing shape, but that definition, like I talked about, is not quite there. Now, when we look at them from behind, it's a little bit of a different story. Now I think it's Leah and LaDawn that are battling it out, because from behind, LaDawn looks incredibly good. Great definition in her back, teeny tiny waist, and beautiful glutes. Now, of course, Leah looks amazing as well. She's got beautiful full muscles in her back, a nice small waist, really nice definition in her glutes. Tamara doesn't quite have as tiny of a waist from behind, so her V-taper, her X shape is not quite as good as Leah and LaDawn's. So isn't that interesting? I think it was a really, really good top 5 and a really good placement of everybody. Very fair. Leah kind of had it all. She was our top girl. I'm so proud of her, and I think it was a great top 5 in women's bodybuilding. So, from an Olympia perspective, Leah is now qualified. LaDawn has 8 points, Tamara has 7, Anne has 6, and Wendy has 5. So that's it for the New York Pro. Next week is the Optimum Classic, where we will see Pro Bikini and Pro Women's Physique. So make sure you subscribe. I will be back with a recap of that show as soon as I can. Please give me a like if you like this video, and comment below about all of those little questions I asked you, and let me know who was your favorite of all of these winners. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite division? Oh, it's so exciting. The New York Pro is such a fabulous show. You can find me at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and, of course, on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.